Hello everybody. So I made a monumental cock up tonight. I was supposed to be doing the Leicester Square New Act of the Year competition and I got the address wrong. I thought it was going to be at the Leicester Square Theatre. It turned like it was last time, by the way, and it turns out that instead it was at the Museum of Comedy in Bloomsbury. And had I known that, and my phone, I couldn't get any internet properly, so I couldn't check my emails again, and I couldn't find, and I wouldn't have anyway because I didn't really have the wherewithal to try and do that and find out where the address was properly. And by that time it was already about 7:30 and the show would have been starting, and I made a stupid mistake. I really, really regret not having done that tonight. Because I can't do that competition again now because I'm more than 5 years into a career in stand-up comedy now. I think allowing a year either way for COVID, but even so, next year, that would be 5.5 years then, minus a year, I think, roughly. So I can't do it again. And I'm really fucking disappointed in myself for that. But, well, there's no real silver lining to any of this. It was just a shit day. I thought it was at the Leicester Square fucking Theatre. It wasn't. It was at the Museum of Comedy, wherever that is, in Bloomsbury, near Holborn, near the Holborn tube station, or in that vicinity, by the British Museum. Fucking hell. I've contacted the organiser of it, David Hardcastle, to try and see if I can get a spot on another heat, but I doubt that'll happen, frankly. That's a really cheeky thing to ask, frankly. But and the lineup looked really good. I've been looking at the other comedians that are on the lineup. They're all really, really talented. Well, yeah, it's strong competition. Frankly, probably stronger than I am, frankly, and I wouldn't have won, I doubt it. I doubt, considering that sort of talent, I'd have gone through, but oh well. I just miss being on stage, and I miss doing stand-up, and that's what I was really looking forward to tonight, just another opportunity to get on stage and do my thing, and do it again, because COVID has basically neutered the entire industry, and there's or anything to do with live performances. It's just kind of sucked the soul out of everything, and it just is not quite gone away yet. You still see people wearing these stupid fucking masks everywhere, and yeah, it is shit. I was really looking forward to that tonight. I wasn't expecting to go through, but I was just I sort of got over any sort of thinking about whether or not I'll win or not. I managed to psych myself up to that level, and I was just going to go there to have fun and enjoy it. And that's really why I'm disappointed. And I'm disappointed I can't do that again now. So what's the backup plan for here so far as comedy's concerned? Do as many gigs as and when I can. Still try and get on open mic nights when I can, and go to Edinburgh next year and try and get an Edinburgh show going, and try and do that all within about 6 months. It'll get the show together for about 6 months' time, which would be an hour of stand-up comedy. And I've got two big long form bits I want to do, inspired by Stuart Lee, obviously, when he does his ridiculous extended character assassinations of different people. I want to do one on Jesus and one on Jordan Peterson, which the Jesus thing might turn into a whole show of its own. The Jordan Peterson thing, I wanted to think that it might turn it into a whole show of its own, but I think what that is sort of an elongated closing bit. So that'd be about 20 minutes in length, and it would close a show after about 40 minutes of build up to it, and just smack Jordan Peterson, that old pony that he is around the farmyard, etc. Smacking that old pony Peterson. That's one of the lines in that bit, I think. I know that smack the pony is a euphemism for... Yeah. So, vaginal, like, not slapping but fingering, isn't it? That's what smack the pony means. I don't actually know that, I should really Google it. Smack the pony. I am right, I'm pretty certain. Euphemism. People think it's a reference to something sexual, but in fact it's a made-up thing. And it's just, yeah, the sitcom Smack the Pony with Dune McKicken and Fiona Allen. And Sally... someone. It's a female sketch comedy show. It sounds sexual, yeah. Sally Phillips. Why did I... I've never seen it. I swear I've never seen Smack the Pony. Sally Phillips is in it. She's gorgeous though. Isn't she? The Ginge. The beautiful Ginge, Sally Phillips. The beautiful Ginge comedian. Years active, 1994 to present. And she went to Oxford as well. She's clever. She's clever and hot. And funny. Wow. I'd go out with Sally Phillips. No question about it. She's beautiful. Anyway. And, well, maybe not so much the others. Fiona Allen, I don't even know who that is. Dune McKicken, I don't know who that is. Well, they're writers and comedians, I suppose. But Sally Phillips is the main one I love. Out of comedians who I date, I know I'd obviously date Sarah Pascoe. I date Sally Phillips. I'll have a think. I think those are Holly Walsh, I date her. Miranda Hart. Nah, I wouldn't. Not because I've got anything against Miranda Hart, I just think too like that. Not Shappi Khorsandi, I date her. Gina Yashere, I date her. Why wouldn't I date? Alright, let's look at female British comedians, just a female British comedians. Sarah Millican, Sarah Millican's old enough to be my mum anyway. Jo Brand likewise, Dawn French likewise. I suppose Shappi Khorsandi probably is as well, in fairness, but looks a bit younger. Miranda Hart, I wouldn't date that. Maybe it's because I don't like her comedy all that much. Izzy Susie, yeah, I date Izzy Susie, definitely. Dobby, oh, of course. Sue Perkins. I don't think she'd date me, would she? Because Sue Perkins is a lesbian. Or is she bisexual? Or is she even a lesbian? There's some high profile lesbians in London. She is a lesbian. Oh, she was outed in... Of course she's a lesbian, I know that much about her, certainly. Ex-girlfriend Ryan and Cameron, June Cameron's... I'm so good to get me out of here. I do love Sue Perkins though, I love her comedy. Well, I love her personality. I have seen her do stand-up and she was very good. Josie Long, I'd date Josie Long, definitely. But this is getting out of hand now. Well, I'm such an idiot for not showing up to that Leicester Square New Act of the Year thing. Oh well. I just have to do the Jesus Jordan Peterson stuff. But then again, Jordan Peterson has had a long, well, has had illness that was very taxing and sort of a spate of drug addiction. But then again, he was addicted to clonazepam, which I can't imagine anyone being addicted to. Because if you can be addicted to clonazepam, it's like the weakest, most pitiful addiction that there is. Which I think shows Jordan Peterson up to be I'm not going to say it, a weak and pitiful human being. That can talk the talk yet cannot walk the walk. Because clonazepam is about as addictive as coffee. Then you have other addictive, ostensibly addictive substances such as marijuana, which are not addictive at all. Yet people can obviously be addicted to them, if you see what I mean. Because people can be addicted to anything, you know. People can be addicted to cough syrup. And not the sort of cough syrup that gets you high either, just ordinary cough syrup. Or people can be addicted to paracetamol. Or people can be addicted to, coffee and tea. But I think it's also, to digress quickly, when it comes to the addiction, the sort of addiction where you have like an addiction to tea, it's not so much that I'm addicted to tea, it's just that I know that I'm likely, out of all the drinks that I get to choose at a menu in a restaurant or a coffee shop or something, I'm likely to choose coffee or tea. I'm just exposed to coffee and tea so often, and various opportunities to have coffee or tea, that I probably will have some, if you see what I mean, rather than water. I mean, can you imagine someone really who goes around, you'd save a lot of money doing this if you were to do it also, so it might not be such a bad idea if you really were just to drink water everywhere you went and nothing else. But yeah, you might say that, and everything on that level of addiction, you'd lump clonazepam in there, you'd lump marijuana in there, you'd lump coffee in there, you'd lump tea in there, paracetamol, if that's your thing. These things which are, or chocolate. Chocolate might be slightly more addictive than marijuana, I'm tempted to say. Yeah. Because people certainly can have serious cravings for chocolate. You know. Yeah. I reckon it's chocolate, clonazepam, marijuana, coffee. No. Chocolate, clonazepam, coffee, cannabis, tea. Because coffee's a little bit more potent than tea, isn't it? So it stands to reason to be more addictive. And the most addictive thing is, of course, cigarettes. Or heroin, cigarettes. Heroin, crack, etc., cigarettes. Then you've got middling addictive stuff like chocolate. And then not that addictive things like cannabis. And clonazepam. I'm a fool, ladies and gentlemen. I missed an opportunity tonight, an opportunity to show off how funny I am. And I'm probably not all that funny, but still I missed it. Well, I know I can be decently funny. I got proper laughs out of proper audiences before. after many years of practice. With my weird comedy. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye bye. Love you lots. I think this is pretty much wrapped up and made the point that I intended to make in this video. So bye bye everyone. I've been a stupid fool tonight, and I'm just now sort of commiserating with drinking. Oh yeah, drinking's in the middle, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Drinking is more addictive than chocolate. It's not. It's far more addictive than cannabis. It's not as addictive as cigarettes. There we go. Bye bye everyone. Love you lots.